What's good, YouTube, man? We back with another video. JxmyHighroller. This comeback shit have been impossible. Obviously, you talk about game, what, 4? Knicks and Spurs, bro. I legit don't know what the fuck happened that game, bro.
Going down 3-1 in the NBA Finals is virtually a death sentence.
I was so bad,
Throughout
bro.
the 79 final series in NBA history, 38 of them reached the dreaded 3-1 deficit, and only one team has come back from it.
Fuck Cavs, bro.
Puts it up. It's good. Cleveland is a city of champions once again.
Fuck Cavs, bro.
And with that being the case, it was imperative that the San Antonio Spurs won Game 4 on Wednesday night in Madison Square Garden to prevent going down 3-1 in the series and give themselves a real chance to win an NBA title. And that's exactly what they were on track to doing. Through the first half of Game 4, Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs put together arguably their best half of the entire season. Record-breaking efficiency, stifling defense, and a first half of basketball so dominant that it earned them the third largest lead going into the half in the history of the finals. 76-49, a 27-point chasm separating them and the New York Knicks, an impossibly large deficit for the Knicks to overcome. In fact, the largest comeback ever achieved in the finals was 24 points. So, barring literally the worst half of basketball in the history of the finals, the Spurs were all but guaranteed to tie up the series going back into San Antonio with the wins at their back and all the momentum leading into Game 5. What transpired over the next 24 minutes of game time was literally the worst half of basketball in the history of the finals.
Couldn't make it up, bro.
It's gone! It's gone! With 1.2
And I swear
remaining,
that's like the luckiest
Knicks take the lead! Bedlam here at the Garden!
Oh
They can't believe it! The greatest comeback in NBA
hey,
playoff
shout out
history!
Knicks, though. I ain't mad.
Today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek, World Download to Festival.
not my team.
Book
Why
every
would I be
ticket back
mad?
% off in the description.
I just
Code
wanted a
Jimmy.
good series. It has been low key, but I'm just saying, like, every single game, you let them come back and win. Fuck is this? A win probability? Damn.
What you are looking at is a graph of the live win probability from Game 4 of the NBA Finals according to Inpredictable.com. The San Antonio Spurs played so well in the first half that by the end of the first quarter, the Knicks' win probability was already just 17.6%. By halftime, the Knicks' win probability fell to just 1.5%. And with about 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter, their probability of winning this game was just 1%. 1%.
Wow. 1%.
Unfortunately for the Spurs, basketball is more than just a game of probability.
Look at the fucking jumps in the fourth, bro. What?
This, ladies and gentlemen, is a visual representation of the greatest comeback in the history of the finals, and quite possibly the history of the NBA. Because what the Knicks did on Wednesday night wasn't just improbable, it should have been impossible. How in the world did the Knicks pull this off? Well, you have to see it to believe it.
Earlier in the
Break
series,
it down, Jimmy.
Keldon Johnson goes in hard. Can't get it. The tip misses.
The first signs of a catastrophic meltdown by the Spurs all started right about here. With just under 9 minutes left in the third quarter, down 27, Josh Hart brings the ball down the court and feeds OG Anunoby for an easy dunk. The Knicks playing with a tangible sense of urgency considering their circumstance. The Spurs rebuttal.
Right now, is coming back with a little more fight.
A contested 25-footer 4 seconds into the shot clock. Tim Legler was on the call, and his commentary on this possession could not have been more spot on.
And right now, Mike Brown doesn't mind those quick threes by the Spurs. Even if they go in, you want to speed this game up to give your team more possessions.
Just moments later, Jalen Brunson hits a 3, putting the Knicks on a 7-0 scoring run while Taylor Swift cosplays as an actual Knicks fan. Spurs call a timeout, their game plan still intact. For now. Just a couple possessions later, after a miss from Brunson, the Spurs come down and get into a two-man game with Wemby setting a screen for De'Aaron Fox. Wemby pops out, and Fox passes the ball to absolutely no one. Knicks ball, we're going the other way. Fortunately for San Antonio, the Knicks do not convert on this possession, so the Spurs have a chance to come down and extend their lead back up to 25. With another deep, wildly contested three-pointer that, of course, doesn't fall. The Knicks, on the other hand, come down, move the ball around until they find OG in the corner for this open look. The lead now down to 19. Knicks on a 10-0 run. At this point, one can only assume the Spurs will probably stop shooting early shot clock threes and really get into their half-court offense, right?
In the paint.
Points, Brunson with 22.
When was the last time you took the
44 to
layup?
62. Johnson wide open. Can't hit.
Right. Well, at least on the next possession, the Spurs do a better job at getting into something that resembles a coherent offensive set.
Fox step back three.
It's another highly contested step back three, and another miss. What's worse than another missed three?
Cornet checks in. Hart tries a three.
Giving up another three on the other end just 27 seconds later. The Knicks now on a 13-0 run. Eventually, the Spurs got back on track and maintained their lead over the next 6 minutes, slowly working down the clock and holding off the Knicks, which in and of itself was a miracle considering how poorly they were playing. Throughout the third quarter, the Spurs attempted 20 shots. They hit 4 of them. In fact, they had more turnovers than they did made shots in the quarter. At the start of the quarter, the Spurs had a 27-point lead. By the end of it, their lead was just 15. But that was some of the worst basketball the Spurs had played all season, especially considering the first half they just put up. It would take an unprecedented, horrific collapse to follow up that third quarter with an even worse fourth quarter.
Cornet checks in. Hart tries a three. Hart hits a
Anything, I would
three.
think the Knicks would do this.
Suddenly it's come to 16. That's 13 straight points. Alvarado tries a three. Rolls around and drops in. Beautiful pass inside. Bridges banks it home. Shot clock winding down. Towns off the bounce. Step back. Puts up the three. It's good.
Oh my God.
And Brunson. Anunoby. Three-pointer's good. 6 3-pointers for Anunoby.
You ever watch a game and see some stuff that can only be attributed to what feels like fate? Despite the adjustments, despite the attention to detail or the effort, it just seems like there's an outcome that is destined to happen. This was one of those games. After having one of the greatest offensive halves in playoff history, regardless of the looks the Spurs got, they struggled to get them to fall. And regardless of the looks the Knicks got, they couldn't seem to miss. And after another run from the Knicks, the Spurs' lead is now cut to just 11 points. Now, some of this can be attributed to experience. Some of it can be attributed to focus and sticking to a game plan. And some of it is sheer luck. But when you're witnessing a professional basketball player doing a balancing act, tiptoeing the backcourt in the midst of a historic comeback before heaving the ball to the opposing team, one may begin to believe there's a greater force at work here. I am sitting at home on the other side of the country, and I can physically feel the Knicks' momentum from my couch. Coming back down the court, the Knicks got the ball to Cat in the corner, but he's got Wemby on him, the defensive player of the year, one of the best defenders of all time. Surely, he doesn't just go right at him and get another bucket here.
Towns fakes, drives on Wemby, goes inside, stops, flips it up, shot is good.
Of course he does. The lead, now just 9 points. Madison Square Garden is in mass hysteria. With a chance to swing the game back in their favor, the Spurs come back down the court. And considering their circumstance and what has occurred over the last 18 minutes, do you think they, A, work the ball around until they get a good look, B, feed the ball to their 7'5" alien superstar rolling to the basket, or C, do the exact same thing that got him into this mess and take another early three-pointer?
Chipping away. Fox picks up his dribble. Champagny can't get it.
If you said option C, you are correct. But look, the Spurs forced a turnover on the other end. They've got another chance to build this lead back up on the fast break. Any guesses as to what they will do on this crucial, potentially momentum-swinging possession?
Castle may have gotten a piece of it. Fox kicks it out. Vassell, right side, three-pointer, can't get it.
Looking like 2018 Rockets.
You can't make it up. Down on the other end, Jalen Brunson works his magic and makes a tough layup off the glass to shrink the lead to just 7. The Knicks are now on a 17-4 run against the youngest, most inexperienced finals team in league history. Now would probably be a good time to call a timeout.
Fox searching. Anunoby on him. Fox steps back, jump shot, puts it up, can't get it. Wemby tips it out of bounds. Nick Ball.
Or not. The Knicks come back down the other way and immediately set a screen for Brunson. Why is Wemby guarding a 6'0" Jose Alvarado 20 feet away from the basket? I don't know. But after the switch, he's now on Brunson. But now he's dropping back to play strong side help with Champagnie in the corner. The Knicks swing the ball to the other wing, and there's Wemby right on time to help. And guarding this corner man is Champagnie. But wait, he was supposed to be in the opposite corner, which means someone's open.
Off the bounce. Corner three, Anunoby. Bang! 4-point game. Timeout, San Antonio.
One possession game. Mitch Johnson realizes he has the autonomy to call a timeout. Larry David is losing his mind, and the world is ending. Or at least it feels like it is, if you're a Spurs fan.
At this moment,
but
everybody
there's
knew
still hope. After trading a few buckets, the Spurs maintain their 4-point lead until there's about 2:20 left on the clock, and Jalen Brunson hit this three over Wemby.
Insane.
Shot clock at 5. Brunson fires up a three. Puts it in!
Step up, nigga.
1-point game!
That's insane.
This building is shaking right now!
That is a fucking...
You ever see a dagger that wasn't a game winner?
Shaking right now!
I see her down here. She gonna
you ever see a dagger that wasn't a game winner or a go-ahead bucket? Well, you just did. Because it is now just a 1-point game, and the Spurs are in a state of shock. How do I know this? Because on the very next possession, De'Aaron Fox, the team veteran, a starting point guard in the NBA Finals, did this.
You think out of everybody that should be rattled on a fucking court, out of everybody that should be rattled, scared, the lights are too bright for this moment, out of everybody on the court, I promise you, he was like one of the least, you know what I'm saying? I was like the whole playoffs, I was defending Fox. During the regular season, I was defending Fox saying he's the closer for this team. Yes, Wemby is the best player and the better player, but when shit gets down and you need a bucket, they're gonna give the ball to Fox. And I always said that. They've done it so many times too. Obviously now they're going to try to go to that Wemby, right? But I'm just saying, he was a closer, he was a vet, he was a team leader. You feel me? But I mean, damn. I mean, come on, bro. Literal definition of, bro, the lights are too bright. I couldn't see.
2 quarters of some of the most appalling basketball you've ever seen. This should have been the nail in the coffin for the Spurs and their hopes of winning this game.
Josh Hart ahead of the pack, lays it up. Lost. Oh, he missed the layup.
Hart.
But it wasn't. Miraculous.
Hart, you so lucky I won that game. Cause you smoked the open layup. You smoked the, bro, you're so lucky I won. Niggas would have been on that
Josh
ass.
Hart missed this wide open layup that would have put the Knicks up by 1. And despite their best efforts to lose it, the Spurs still have the lead. And on the very next possession, Wemby gets fouled and sent to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Now, Wemby is an excellent free throw shooter with a career playoff free throw percentage of 85%. He's also the future face of the NBA in a potential legacy-defining moment of his career. Under most circumstances, this trip to the line would put the Spurs up by 3 points. But this is far from most circumstances.
And got that up on the glass. Credit Castle for creating those footsteps behind him. Wembanyama misses a free throw. The greatest comeback in NBA Finals history. Missed them both.
Shit down his
0 for 2. The lead, still just 1 point. Or at least, it was.
Get 6. Castle on him now. Brunson, stutter dribble, drives inside, goes up, floaters up. It's good! The Knicks take the lead with 1:22 remaining.
For the first time throughout this entire game, the Knicks take the lead with just over a minute left on the clock. If this game ended right here, what you just witnessed is already the most improbable, most unbelievable sequence of events in the history of the finals. But somehow, despite there being just a minute 22 left on the clock, this game is far from over. Thanks to a pair of free throws from Stephon Castle, the Spurs regain a 1-point lead with just 30 seconds left on the clock. And on the very next possession, this happens.
Kicks it out in the corner. Brunson gets it back. Brunson on the drive. The floater's up. Shot won't go. Rebound deflected in the backcourt. Fox has a chance to get.
Pause it. NBA players are the best basketball players on the planet.
Facts.
In spite of this, they still often...
I don't know what Jimmy about to say right now, but I go back to. I don't know what Jimmy about to say right now, but I will say this about Fox in this situation. This is an extremely hard situation to be involved in. Because think about it, you're a Fox. Somebody just missed a shot, missed a layup, whatever. It's a loose ball. You see it. Obviously, you tip it. It's going to the other side. You running after it. In his mind, this very second, he's not even thinking about the clock. What should he do when he gets the ball? All he sees is the ball, and the basket is right there. As soon as he grabs the ball, all he got to do is take 2 steps and do a layup. I'm not saying he ain't right. That's what I'm not saying he ain't right. But what I am saying is understand why he didn't understand the moment. Like, yes, he could have definitely been smarter. He could have definitely thought about the situation more. But
go rebound deflected in the backcourt. Fox has a chance to get
the line where he basically get the ball.
NBA players are the best basketball players on the planet. In spite of this, they still often make mistakes. And in the finals, these mistakes tend to live on in infamy. For every great career-defining playoff moment,
all I'm saying is I understand why he did it. I'm not saying it was still the right choice, though.
There are equally as many infamous blunders that stick with a player long after they retire. What you're about to witness is one of those mistakes.
I didn't see that. Hold on. Him and JR did what they both were supposed to do to each other, but just opposite. You feel me? JR was supposed to take a layup, obviously, and then Fox was supposed to back it out like JR did. Shit,
long after they retire.
NBA finals too.
What you're about to witness is one of those mistakes.
Fox has it inside, blocked by Anunoby. 9 seconds
honestly,
remaining.
If he makes that layup, I think they probably should lose.
6 seconds remaining. And Mike Brown.
Knicks has so much momentum.
With less than 14 seconds on the clock, the Spurs were up by 1 with possession of the ball. De'Aaron Fox could have wasted time off the clock and forced the Knicks to foul. He could have called a timeout. He could have cleared it out and passed it to a teammate.
Right
Instead, he went up for a layup and got blocked, giving the Knicks one more chance to win this game. But of all the unlikely things to occur in this game to bring us to this point, converting on a bucket with less than 6 seconds on the clock, down 1, in the finals is about as unlikely as any. Dating back to 1997, the beginning of the play-by-play era, there have only been 6 go-ahead baskets in the finals with less than 6 seconds left in the game. All 6 of these buckets cemented as some of the most clutch, legacy-defining moments in modern NBA history. Even after their historic, unprecedented comeback, the Knicks still had to pull off what has only happened 6 times in the last 30 years. What are the odds that they can pull it off? About as unlikely as everything that led them to this point.
It might just go flat for Jalen Brunson, allow him to operate at the top, 1-on-1.
Brunson gets it, fires up a 3. Shot no good, the tip, it's gone! It's gone! It's gone! With 1.2 remaining! Knicks take the lead! OG Anunoby, and it's 107-106! Bedlam here at the Garden! They can't believe it! The greatest comeback in NBA playoff history. The Knicks pull off the miracle comeback and lead it 3-1. Now 1 win away from a title.
And that, my friends, is the greatest comeback in NBA history.
Sonny Lee. Come holla at my boy. No boy, Sonny Lee. Come on, man. Come show my nigga. He pulled up a 30-ball game winner in the finals comeback. Come on, man. OG, yeah. That's gonna do it, y'all, though, man. Please comment, like, subscribe to the video. Please turn on post notifications. We trying to hit 100 subscribers for the end of the year. Please, man. Join the game. We're trying to run it up together. Yeah. That being said, man, I like this motherfucker.